Now, the fact that you have read the title of this video and then clicked on it means I'm guessing you've probably not driven an electric car before. However, you probably know a few things about electric cars, such as they can save you money. They deliver zero emissions while driving and therefore in turn reduce air pollution. You probably also know that they have fewer moving parts to go wrong, which is also going to save you money in the long run. But what you and actually loads of prospective owners don't always realise is that electric cars are incredibly easy to drive, and even better than that, loads of fun too. Okay, well, I'm going to start off with the things that you're actually not going to see. For instance, there's no gearbox doing a million and one different things underneath the bonnet, which means there's no gear stick to stir around, and also no clutch to give your left leg a good workout in traffic. That just remains still. But what you do have is a nice, simple selector like this. You choose between going forward or going backward. And for the times that you're not doing either of those, you can select park, and that's going to lock the wheels. Just like an automatic, there are two pedals, your accelerator and brake. And the one that delivers the most entertainment is going to be that one on the right. Now, unlike a petrol or diesel, electric cars deliver full power the second you press the accelerator. Think about it. The best analogy I can come up with is like switching on a light switch. As soon as you press it on, ta-da! Let there be light. The light is switched on. Now what that means is they feel really perky as soon as you pull away, which is particularly handy if you're facing uphill or pulling away from a junction. You will also find that an electric car feels more secure to drive, and that's because the battery is usually located right below the seats underneath the car, which keeps the centre of gravity nice and low. This makes them feel way faster and more fun than their power output suggests. So if it is your first experience in an electric car driving out from a dealer forecourt, well, just take it easy, all right? So if you just want to get from A to B, that is pretty much all you need to know. It really couldn't be much simpler, right? However, there are some buttons which we actually think you're going to want to explore because they make electric cars more efficient, more fun, and actually hopefully a bit of both. First, let's look at what happens when you press this button, the B button. Well, not much yet. You'll only notice when you're driving and lift off the accelerator. You'll feel that the car seems to slow down faster, a bit like changing down a gear in a petrol or diesel car. Now, this is called regenerative braking, and it means you'll probably use the brake pedal far less than you would have done before. The big benefit is that it's actually saving energy too, meaning you don't need to plug in as often and will spend less on electricity. Now, it sounds complicated, but trust me, it really isn't. When you're slowing down and you take your foot off the accelerator, the electric motor performs, well, a bit of a party trick, I suppose. Instead of sending power from the battery to the wheels, it sends power from the wheels back into the battery, which gives you more range. Now, it might feel a little bit strange at first, but once you get used to it, and also you realise that you're putting power back into your battery, it gets rather addictive. Now, that's not the only mode. When you start the car, it's going to be in normal. This gives a good balance between performance and efficiency, and will be the mode that you'll be using most of the time for your everyday driving. You might want to change that occasionally though. For example, choosing this eco setting is going to maximise the battery power by reducing the electric motor's power output and switching things off like the heating. It might be useful if you're doing a longer journey and don't want to stop to charge. And the car still feels plenty fast enough, so it's not really a hardship. At the opposite end of the scale is sport. This is for when you want a bit of fun, and it allows maximum electric engine power output, as well as tightening up the responses from the accelerator pedal and steering. It makes an electric car like this EC4X feel really quite perky. It does affect the efficiency though, so it's best to use it when you're not trying to stretch your range to the max. So that is what an electric car is like to drive. Easier than a conventional petrol or diesel car, with a few advanced levels thrown in there to make it a bit more efficient and also a bit more fun. See? Told you it was easy.